Hello and welcome to Rage Quit. My name is Jane. Today I want to talk about the Warcry pre-orders that have gone live. Well, they've not actually gone live, that's a lie. They're going to go live this Saturday, and I think they're going to be able to be bought the weekend after. So whatever that equates to. So they'll go live on the 7th, and then probably live on the 15th. You can actually buy them. And I want to ask, is it too soon? That's the classic question. And the reason I feel like I need to address that is because I was very critical of Kill Team, and I always talk about Kill Team and how I didn't like the way that they did the releases. So I feel like I have to come on and just sort of explain why I don't think this is too soon. I don't think this is an issue. The only reason you could even argue it was too soon is from a hobby stance, and quite frankly, if it's an optional hobby stance, I don't think that really is a big factor. Anyway, we'll go through what's available. If at the end of this video you like and you've not subscribed to the channel, please do consider doing both of those. It really does help. So let's just go through and actually look at what's available. That's the wrong scene. That is the right scene. Yes, so these are going live next weekend. I'm pretty sure this is the case. Pretty sure it's 7th. I'm not 100% sure where it confirms that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says. There we go. Available to pre-order from next Saturday. I was like, I'm sure it's here. And it's the Monsters and Mercenary books, which I made the last video about, so we already knew that. The key important things here that Chimera is going live, which is a repackage of an old model, but that's fine to me. There's a new set of terrain if you're interested in that, the Defiled Ruins. But more interestingly to me is the fact that we're actually getting the core factions released separately. So now if you want to upgrade them, maybe you got the core set, or maybe you weren't interested in the core set, and now you can just pick up that faction box and be done. So now if I wanted to upgrade my Iron Golems, I just buy another box of Iron Golems. Perfect. I'm a little bit surprised they weren't very soon after release. I mean, like the weekend after. I would personally have done the core set, these the weekend after, then the other factions the weekend after that, and then whatever, but don't really matter. And you also are able to buy the Chaotic Beasts on their own as well. All well and good. The only thing is, and it's what we've discussed before, is the Monsters and Mercenaries book. So the monsters, by the way, are almost certainly going to be just casual narrative play, not really relevant to match play or competitive, right? And that's what I had a problem with when it comes to Kill Team. The only thing I could even be vaguely concerned about is the mercenaries, because we're not 100% sure how they're going to work. But it's too early to say what will happen with them. Like, quite frankly, we just don't know. Do I think that the mercenaries will be able to be used in match play, have the symmetrical symbol? No. If they did, and if they do, I'll happily come on and say, oh, I was wrong, admit that I was wrong. And I wouldn't be overly pleased about that, because I don't, it depends how it's done, isn't it? But if the idea of mercenaries was that you could have your flesh eater court, but you could maybe take a guy from the Legions of Nagash, right off the box, I'd be like, well, we've not had any time to really delve into what we've got. I'd have a bit of an issue with that, right? However, do I think that's going to happen? No, I'm pretty sure, like, from this book, they do talk about all kinds of player, but I feel like it's going to be mainly along the narrative focus, and that's where they're going to push most of their releases, which is exactly what I would want them to do. If this is a pure narrative book that doesn't impact the competitive side, it means that we sort of get to please everybody here. We'll be able to have the competitive people with the match play just play along with the new factions, whatever come out. New faction, perfect, crack on, right? And then we'll have the narrative people who are like, I like to play anything and I'm not bothered about tournaments. Well, then you can buy the Monsters and Mercenaries and play with the beasts and do whatever you like, and then the next upgrade could be whatever, gargantuans or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you sort of then please both, right? Which I'd be very happy with if that's something they do. But if they start mixing up the actual original game, then I think we might have a bit of a concern. And not like a massive concern, but it would be problematic for me personally. Now, the question is whether or not, so when it comes to, is that book too soon? The answer is we sort of don't know, because we don't 100% know what it is. Really, I mean, it boils down to that. If it's got match play stuff in there, then we'll reconvene when we know that to be the case. If it's just casual stuff, which is what I'm believing it to be, like campaign narrative stuff, Is it too soon? And I think the answer to that is no. Because, quite frankly, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, if you've got, just making sure I don't log off World of Warcraft, if you've got, if you're a campaign narrative kind of player, having more options isn't really a bad thing. Like, it doesn't matter. You've just got more options, right? I understand. The only other thing I understand is that maybe if you feel like there's a bit of pressure to play something. Now, if it was competitive, then you've got pressure to understand and buy and stuff like that. But if you are just playing with maybe 2, 3, 4 of your friends or something like that, and maybe you've all finished with Warcry, you've like, we've played games, we're really liking it, we're going to play it for the next couple of months. You don't have to buy this. There's no, nobody's forcing you. It's your choice. So it honestly depends what it is, right? And that's all I have to say on the matter, really. So I think that might be the end of the video. I do quite like, some people are slagging this model off because it's like a repackage. I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay. It's not something I'm going to buy because I'm not really interested in it at all. But by the way, I really like purple, so this is a fantastic paint job. They've got me all over that paint job. Is it amazing? No, it's all right. It's all right. I don't have any qualms with that. If you're interested in having rules and playing with that on your table, crack on. I'm not really bothered about these extra terrain pieces. It's like I've not even finished the core set ones yet properly because I'm lazy. So I think these are really nice, cheap ways to get the, I want to call them kill zones, but I'm not too sure what the official title is in Warcry. Terrain, I don't know. Do they have official titles in Warcry? I'm not even 100% sure. The fact that they're releasing these is good. So there's no problems there. Yeah, I think the only question is it too soon? And it's frustrating that we don't 100% know what's in it, but I'm sure once the pre-orders go live on Saturday, we'll find out. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to wait and see. I said like and subscribe at the start of this. Just subscribe, don't like. I've not really said anything interesting. However, I am going to go. I'm going to put some food on. Have a most beautiful day. And goodbye.